Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back for another brand new episode of this thing called Truthseekers. We explore some of the strangest and most mysterious topics on the internet and planet Earth in general. And today will be no different because we'll be asking sort of a strange question. I've been following stories about UFOs and aliens since I was a child. And eventually, there came a call for this thing called disclosure. And many people along the way promised me that they were going to bring about disclosure. One thing they all inevitably had in common is they all wanted some money, to help bring about disclosure. I need your support. Buy my latest book, attend my latest lecture. Be sure to purchase my latest documentary. Friends, every person that I've encountered, especially the bigger names, running around telling us that they know the truth about aliens and they know the truth about those UFOs. Every single one of them want your money. Now, I hear all the arguments. People have to make a living and people should be paid for their time and their research. And yeah, to some extent, I agree with that. But when you're somebody that is promising earth-shattering, human evolution changing information, that to me is something pretty important. And if you're going to take people's money and overpromise to that extent, well, I think that you have a responsibility to those people that you're taking that money from to prove that what you're selling them is real, is true. But the problem with most of these, what I call UFO, alien, and disclosure hucksters, is that they pretend they got the goods until they get your money. And then you find out, no, they really don't have very much here. At least nothing with substantial proof, evidence, and definitive truth, right? Is that what we're looking for? Definitive proof that aliens are visiting planet Earth? Okay, so I shell out the $25 or in some cases $50 for this person's latest book because they've got the goods, right? But that excitement, maybe this is real, while you're turning those pages, slowly turns into a big ball of disappointment as you realize that this guy's got the same garbage everybody else does. Unproven sources, anonymous sources. This anonymous source told me there's a secret alien base inside that mountain. Can't tell you who he is, but trust me, there's an alien base inside that mountain. The level of evidence that they offer is thin and always weak at best. The amount of proof they can give you is almost non-existent. And yet, they've always got their hand out for that next paycheck that they're looking for, selling you this bullshit, these fairy tales. And lately, I just started to notice this a lot more. Disclosure is always behind a paywall, friends. You want the truth about aliens? You can have it, but it's gonna cost you because, you got to buy my latest project here to get the truth. I got the truth about aliens. And not to beat up on him too much, but I found a very recent example of this. And it's, this is worthy of mockery. When a man like Richard Dolan, who has been studying this thing for 30 years, can't just give us the proof, right? How long, Richard Dolan, have you been studying this thing? If you had the goods, bro, if you had them, by now, 30 years of studying this thing, 30 years of making a living, right? Or is it 20? I don't even know how long you've been at this, Richard Dolan, but a lot of people know that you've been at this for decades and decades. And for decades and decades, you've been selling books, selling lectures, selling members only website, right? Putting shit behind a paywall. Anytime you got something good, that's extra. That's extra. And let's see, monetized videos, buy my bullshit coffee mugs, right? I was joking that there's going to be like breakaway civilization Cheerios next that you can buy for $20. And listen, I get it. He's got to make a living. But it just seems funny to me. You've been at this promising people that you got the truth about aliens for 20 years, right? And it's not just him. I mean, we've got Stephen Greer is one of the other UFO messiahs that's always promising disclosure is going to come about any minute. I just need some more money to make, I'm going to do a crowdfund, get $1 million, and then I'm going to make a documentary and you're going to get the truth about it. Just give me some money for my, crowdfunded documentary. I mean, other people have to pay for the documentaries they produce themselves, not Stephen Greer. He gets stupid people to give him 10 times the money that it costs to produce the actual documentaries that he makes, and then he pockets 9/10 of that money, plus profits from selling the documentary. It's a great business selling bullshit. These guys must be very proud of themselves that they can get away with stuff like this. And I've said it before, I will say it again. They go right to the edge of what is probably legal, right? We've got people like Linda Moulton Howe, who not long ago I caught selling a fake alien picture. She put it behind a paywall, and it was supposed to be, and she labeled it a genuine gray alien taken on the moon, and put it behind a paywall. And you got to sign up for my site for $10 or $5 a month, whatever it is, and then you too will get to see the genuine. Listen to the wording, friends. Genuine gray alien taken on the moon. I heard this claim, and knowing Linda Moulton Howe's reputation for selling fake shit, I took a look at that picture, and what I found was it was not definitive proof. I found that it was not in any way, shape, or form a genuine gray alien taken on the moon. It wasn't a picture of that. No. It was a picture that somebody took from a 2005 video game called Area 51. And I knew that picture looked familiar because I had that game when it came out. It's a great game. You run around, you shoot these aliens. It's a first-person shooter, and you're killing aliens, right? So she takes a picture, right? Somebody took a picture. She claims it was her source. Gave her this picture. They took it right off of that video game cover, and then they changed it to black and white, right? Cropped it. I caught her. Dead to rights. And I emailed her and said, look, Linda, you're selling this, and this is completely and totally fake. It's from a video game cover. Her defense was, maybe the video game company got the same secret NASA photo that she got from her source. Really? Really? Fucking really, Linda Moulton Howe? Really? Are you fucking kidding me, Linda Moulton Howe? Maybe the video game company got the same secret NASA photo that you got from your secret astronaut? Which, by the way, that entire series of stories that Linda Moulton Howe told about secret Apollo missions and that secret astronaut, that guy was a fraud. He was a fake. He wasn't a NASA astronaut. Never was he a NASA astronaut. Didn't stop Linda Moulton Howe from running with his fake shit stories and putting shit like a fake alien picture behind a paywall. And so I emailed her about this, and she got very upset. She got very nasty with me. I don't understand you being so aggressive about this. Yeah, Linda Moulton Howe, you're selling a fake fucking picture. You're selling a fake fucking picture to people behind a fucking paywall, you dumb bitch. Is that legal? Should that be legal for you to take people's money and label a photograph genuine gray alien taken on the moon. Should that shit be legal? Should you be allowed to do that? Did you give any of the fucking money back? No, friends. When they get caught, when I catch these UFO huckster assholes, and I got you, Linda Moulton Howe, dead to rights, Linda Moulton Howe. I can prove where that picture came from. It didn't come from your secret fucking astronaut, you asshole. You're supposed to be a journalist? What kind of fucking journalist takes a picture from some asshole that says he's a NASA astronaut, that can't even prove he's a NASA astronaut, and then puts that picture behind a paywall and makes people pay money to see that picture of an alien? What kind of asshole does that? Oh, that's right, Linda Moulton Howe. You're the kind of asshole that does that, that did that, and got away with it. You got to keep all that fucking money selling that fake picture, right? And this is where we're at. This is why disclosure costs money, friends. You got to cough up some dollars. You want to see that alien picture? You got to pay the money. You got to pay. It all costs, man. You got to put up some money for these people. They're selling such genuinely researched, right? Great material. They really check their sources before they run with a story. It's worth paying them, right? No, they're all lazy as shit. They don't do the least little bit of research. They don't do the least little bit of vetting of a source that is telling fantastical stories. They just run with that shit and put it behind a paywall if they can. Make some more money. So as far as this picture goes, I have her dead to rights. She sent me emails back and forth. And then here is her solution. She claims that her X-Files section may have material that cannot be verified, but it does not affect the quality of the information, or some bullshit like disclaimer she puts at the bottom. She puts a disclaimer at the bottom of her fake shit to make it not illegal for her to sell this fake shit. Is that okay? I don't think that's okay. No, I just don't think that's okay. So Linda Moulton Howe gets caught dead to rights selling a fake alien picture. She was doing that. We've got her doing that. What does she do? She changes the wording of that article from genuine gray alien taken on the moon to alleged gray alien taken on the moon, and goes right on selling that fake shit. She didn't take it down. She didn't print a retraction and say, excuse me, I'm sorry, I sold all you fucking stupid people a picture of a fake alien. Hey, all of you fucking stupid people that paid me for that picture, you fucking idiots, I'm sorry. That wasn't a real picture. And I should do the right thing and be a moral and ethical person, right? Not some fucking lowlife. I should do the right thing here since Steve Cambion caught me dead to rights selling this fake picture. I should do the right thing and give all you stupid assholes that paid me for that picture your money back. But I'm not going to do that. Fuck no. I'm just going to change the wording for you stupid people from genuine gray alien taken on the moon to alleged gray alien taken on the moon. I'm not sure, Linda Moulton Howe, how selling people a fake picture is any better just because you change the wording from genuine gray alien taken on the moon to alleged gray alien picture taken on the moon. I'm not sure that's better. And you should fucking apologize to everybody you stole money from for that fucking fake picture. You should at least fucking apologize, Linda Moulton Howe. You are an asshole and a fucking lowlife for doing shit like this. You're a fucking lowlife. That's the kind of shit that lowlife, morally fucking bankrupt people do. People that don't. Do you have a fucking conscience, Linda Moulton Howe? How many people, like on a fixed income, may be interested in this stuff and spent $10 or whatever their hard-earned money to see that picture that you were selling? How many people that don't really have the extra money but really wanted to see the picture, really trusted that you were selling them a real picture of it? How many of those people gave you money? You don't have a conscience? How do you sleep at night doing shit like this, knowing that you're selling this fake shit? It's ridiculous that you just continue with this. And her website is filled with fake shit, from the carrot documents. She once got She once wrote stories on formations of crop circles. And the gentleman who hoaxed the crop circles came to her and said, "Excuse me, yeah, we did that. It was a joke." Did she stop selling that story? Fuck no. Fuck no. She didn't acknowledge that people came forward and said that story was fake. It wasn't aliens. It was us with boards and planks. And we made that formation in the middle of the night. We know the farmer. I have the whole backstory, Linda Moulton Hale. You're fucking busted again selling a fake story. But you just keep rolling. Just keep rolling, selling this fake shit. And it's not just Linda Moulton Hale. Of course, we've got David Wilcock, right? And Corey Good. You got to buy Ascension. And I guess they're selling both Disclosure and Ascension. Ascension, I believe, from both of those idiots costs $333. So if you want to ascend, you got to give them the money. That's the only way that Ascension's going to happen for you. And even their fans are in their fucking threads now going, "I'd really like to ascend, but I just don't have the money. It's a shame that this is only for people with the $333 get to experience this great ascension event." How are they able to get away with this? Selling people this kind of level of fairy tales. And the quality of what they actually sell you, it's all garbage, man. It's like shit you get on Wish, right? You think, man, this sounds too good to be true, right? I'm going to get a 50-inch big screen TV for $99, right? And then it comes and it doesn't work and it's all junk. It's a piece of shit. It's junk. Calling it a 50-inch TV is a huge stretch. It's a pile of shit. That's what they're selling you, friends. You're buying a pile of shit. That is what you get. You're getting a pile of shit. You're not getting anything of value from these people. They are not giving you anything of value for your hard-earned dollars. They're selling you fake shit. So if you want to buy fake shit, keep dealing with these people. I mean, who else? We mentioned Richard Dolan, Linda Moulton Hale. We've got Corey Good and David Wilcock out there. They are the worst of the fairy tale salespeople. Nothing they have has any basis in reality. I'd say it's 99% fake. Everything that David Wilcock and Corey Good talk about, 99% fake. Fake sources, right? Fake people that they cite as sources. Fake whistleblowers that don't exist or only exist in their heads, right? Fake intel. Both of these clowns. I'm getting these intels and the briefings are going to start again. So I'll have some new things to talk about as I get these briefings. You're not getting any fucking briefings, you dumb assholes. You're not getting, there's no fucking briefings. And Corey Good, this asshole, likes to talk like, "Oh, I know many colonels and generals." No colonels or generals are talking to you, you fucking burnout, wasteoid, alien disclosure promiser for 5 years. And that's another thing. Corey Good, right? 5 years. 5 years he's been telling fairy tales, taking people's money, promising he's going to bring us disclosure. Where the fuck is it, Corey Good? Where is this shit you've been promising is real for 5 years? You've wasted 5 years, I think 6 maybe now, 5 or 6 years of your life promising people that aliens are real and you know all about them. And you were on a secret spaceship, right? And you fought those aliens in space and you time traveled and were age regressed. It's all a fucking fantasy. It's like a fantasy land of bullshittery. And you too can buy into this shit if you're dumb enough to. And what is David Wilcock selling? Equally, David Wilcock is selling information that is equal in value to Corey Goods. And Corey Goods is worth zero evidence, zero fucking proof, nothing. And David Wilcock, these two guys are a lot alike. They both sell complete and total fairy tales. Nothing David Wilcock has talked about for 20 plus years has ever been true or proven to be true. It's all a fucking, how does this guy live? Every day he's got to wake up and he goes, "I got to come up with some new bullshit to sell because I need money to pay my $1 million mortgage." And that's another thing. Why is a fucking guy like this living in $1 million fucking mansion? Is that the way the world works? You just get You just start a career, right? Like you start a career faking that you're a psychic. Then you fake that you're some famous psychic reincarnated. Then you fake that you channel gods like Ra. Then you steal a bunch of material from the Law of One people, who, by the way, they don't want David Wilcock talking about the Law of One. They don't want David Wilcock selling anything related to the Law of One for sure. He does not have permission to discuss or, include Law of One material in his bullshit he sells, but he does, which is kind of like me going out there and teaching people Catholicism and taking a shit ton of money for it. And then the Catholic Church coming and saying, excuse me, you're not an expert. You don't know what you're talking about. And we would prefer it if you did not sell our religion. Let us do that. That's the basic gist of what goes on with David Wilcock as far as the Law of One Foundation is concerned. They don't want him doing it. Has he done the correct moral and ethical thing and stopped including their material? Stop talking about their material? Stop using their material? Hell no, because this stupid people that follow him will buy it from him instead of them. So fuck them. He's going to keep selling it as long as he's legally able to do it. Let me see. Okay, we have some other UFO messiahs who have promised us that they're going to bring about disclosure. And it seems, friends, that every single one of these people have promised that they're going to bring us the truth about aliens, right? But they need money. A minor person, I think, on the list who I don't believe is really selling fake stories, but Stephen Bassett is another big disclosure advocate. And, I like a lot of the stuff that he talks about. He talks about how the government is hiding secret information about these alien spacecraft, and they know that aliens have been visiting us, and we have recovered craft, and the technology from that recovered craft could transform our society. But the government has been hoarding that information, not sharing that information. And if you just send me some money, I can help. I'll go lobby Congress people. I'll get disclosure. I'll force them to release this information to the public. But you got to send me some money, because I need the money to, live off of while I'm living in Washington and lobbying for the UFO disclosure movement. Seems a little suspect to me. I just don't know. And again, I get that everybody's got to make a living, I guess, but I don't know that we as a community should be forced to fund a UFO lobbyist in Congress, right? That's basically what he wants to be and what he wants to do. I'm not sure what to think about him still. The jury's still out. So, friends, I mentioned Richard Dolan and his. Listen, somebody mentioned on Twitter earlier, and it is very. I thought it was a very astute observation. And if somebody could remind me of who said this on Twitter, it may be one of you in the live chat. Listen, someone mentioned on Twitter that there is just too much conspiracy going around and too little money. So all of these guys are competing with all of these conspiracies, and the alien disclosure sort of conspiracy is getting minimized by COVID conspiracies, by, now we have this Beirut explosion. There's a ton of conspiracies popping off about that. We've got Q people getting banned on Twitter, and is Q real still? Yeah, people still are fucking Q idiots. Listen, Q's not real. Public service announcement, that shit is fake. It's been fake since the first prediction was Hillary Clinton's getting arrested next week. That didn't come true. There's 100 other predictions, none of which came true. Q is bullshit. But the point of this person was making is there's just too much conspiracy out there. And the government hiding UFOs and alien disclosure and alien crash materials and all these alien and disclosure related conspiracies, some would call them fantasies, are getting minimized and squeezed. And so these UFO hucksters that are out there selling these stories, they all have to work much harder. And another byproduct of this current COVID situation is that all the UFO conferences are canceled. All these idiots depend on dorks going to these UFO conferences and paying good money. Those speaking fees are big money for some of these guys. So you got to put disclosure behind a paywall. That's what you got to do. When the COVID thing hit, look, all of these UFO conferences are gone. So all of these UFO full-time ufologists, what do you say if you're one of these people and somebody asks you what you do for a living? I'm bringing about alien disclosure little by little. Or like Corey Good, like, well, I was a secret space program insider, and now I'm a whistleblower telling people the truth about our secret space program and those aliens that I talk to. It's crazy that these are real people, right? These are real people who believe, either they believe this shit or they know it's fake and they just want a paycheck. I think it's probably 50-50 from the list that I was talking about of these people, right? It's probably 50-50. I think at least half of them know it's fake. They don't care. They know they're selling fake shit. They don't care. As long as they get the paycheck at the end of the week, they're happy. And so some people have had to resort to new tactics, like putting lectures about the alien agenda behind a paywall. And I guess here we're going to see an example of that, which I got from Twitter and followed the link. And here we are. Here we are. Wow, now available. I should try to make that bigger here. Okay. I'm sorry if you can't see that. Special announcement from Richard Dolan. Because you asked, now available. His new Alien Agenda lecture, available now for $39 each with unlimited replays. How generous of him. If you buy it for $40, you get to watch it as much as you want. I think that's okay, Richard Dolan. Unlimited replays. You know, you gotta pump it up like it's really worth something, you know, like it's special. Alien Agendas, an executive briefing with Richard Dolan, all new lecture. And for those that don't know, you know, these people that are on this conference circuit have seen his old lecture 10 times already. So the big money comes when he got a brand new lecture, right? That people haven't seen before. And most of them will be willing to put out some money to hear that new lecture that you haven't done on the UFO conference circuit for 5 years yet, right? So incredible timing. Just when he needed the money, Richard Dolan's got an all-new lecture available for $39. Richard's breakthrough analysis of the alien presence on planet Earth. Oh, and you can get a discount if you're a Richard Dolan members. If you're a member of his website already, which I think is $10 a month. Upcoming events. Let's see, virtual events. Oh boy. Worldwide Metaphysical Tribe. So, listen, I hate to single him out, but I did this show, The Dirt on Dolan, and a bunch of his fans came out of the woodwork and started trashing me like he's not sensational. He's a serious researcher. He's really working hard to bring us the truth about it. Look, come on, man. Richard's breakthrough analysis of the alien presence on planet Earth. This is right up there with the World Weekly News and the National Enquirer as far as level of like reality. Is this reality or is this just some fake sensationalized bullshit that he's selling now? Of course it's fake, sensationalized bullshit that he's selling. And guess what? All he can do is give you his breakthrough analysis of the alien presence on planet Earth. Hey, Richard Dolan, why don't you just give us the proof of the alien presence on planet Earth? Why don't you just do that, Richard Dolan? Oh, wait a minute. I know why you don't do that. Because you fucking can't. You fucking can't. You got to string this shit along as long as you can, man. I'm going to do an analysis of it. I'm not going to provide any proof. I'm going to give everyone my analysis. Hey, Richard Dolan, I can save everybody $39 right here. Fuck you, Richard Dolan. Fuck you and your $39 course, okay? Your fucking $39 lecture, okay? They don't need to listen to a whole fucking lecture of you talking about the alien presence on planet Earth, right? They can just listen to me for a few minutes, okay? And this is what we're going to do, Richard Dolan. Just trying to keep you honest, okay? So this is from me to you, right? A present from me to Richard Dolan and also to his stupid fans willing to give him $39 to hear this fucking fairy tale lot of nonsense. Hey, Richard Dolan, there is zero verifiable proof of any alien presence on planet Earth. There is zero physical proof, okay? Zero documented proof, zero filmed proof, zero tissue sample proof of an alien that has been here, zero DNA proof, zero metallurgical study proof, zero material science proof that there has been ever an alien presence on planet Earth. You have zero, nothing. You got nothing. You got fairy tales and nonsense. You got shit sources, and you've got a whole shit ton of your own speculation. That's what we get from Richard Dolan. He can't give you the proof, friends, because he doesn't have any proof. But he can sure keep talking about aliens with no proof for decades now. Where's the proof, Richard Dolan? Stop selling people shit and just throw the proof down on the table and say, you know what? Fuck that guy, Stephen Cambion. I got proof, and here it is. Here's the absolute, undeniable, verifiable proof of alien presence on planet Earth. Here it is, Steve Cambion. Shut the fuck up. Now, do I think Richard Dolan's going to shut me the fuck up? No, he's not going to shut me the fuck up because he doesn't have shit. He doesn't have shit. He's got bad sources. He's got stories that have been regurgitated for 40 years with no proof, right? He's got, I don't know, sometimes tantalizing details that may indicate an alien, right? It may indicate an alien presence on planet Earth. But friends, he, like all these other hucksters, don't have the proof. How much should disclosure cost us? If the aliens are really here, how much should that information cost us? Shouldn't that be free? If somebody really had the proof, wouldn't it be free? If you really had the proof that aliens were here, they were visiting us, wouldn't you want everybody to know the truth and just give it away for free? Right? Not these guys. Praise the cash. Send me your money. Buy my latest book, buy my latest DVD, attend my latest conference, take my new course in Ascension. Buy my new lecture for $39. Sign up for the shit that I put behind a paywall. That's where the good stuff is. Forget these people, the shit that I'm giving away for free on my YouTube channel. Well, that's not free either because it's monetized, But, I'm giving stuff away, kind of. But the good stuff, that's all behind my paywall. Every one of these UFO Jesus disclosure people has some sort of paywall. Another one I mentioned, I neglected to mention, is Tom DeLonge and this TTSA Academy. What do they got? Where is the proof and evidence of anything they got? They got some videos which were already released before they got a hold of them and started hyping them up, right? What else do they have? They claim, or they keep claiming, or they're kind of claiming, or they've been kind of claiming they have alien metals and materials. Then they backpedal and say, no, it's metamaterials. No, it's arts parts. Another fake story that has been busted to shit, which, by the way, came from Linda Moulton Howe. And we've all seen the quality of her fucking information that she presents, right? So now This is what they do, friends. They pass the ball. Like, all right, I've made all the money I can out of this. Linda Moulton Howe milked that Arts Parts story, lecturing about it, doing shows about it, trying to make documentaries, talking on documentaries about it for years and years and years. And she never provided the proof that those were any kind of anything other than ordinary metal, earthly metal. She's never provided the proof. And when she couldn't keep kicking that ball, making more money on that story, what does she do? She sells those materials to Tom DeLonge, who is now running with that ball. And if that shit was fake the first time, friends, what are the chances that it's suddenly going to turn into real alien metals that people can prove are alien metals? It's not. It's all a game. It's all a profiteering fucking illusion, carefully crafted in front of you so that you purchase their wares. You gotta buy this shit. Actually, you've got to buy it twice. You've got to buy it the first time with your wallet. And then the second time, you have to buy it with your mind. And honestly, I feel bad for anybody that buys it the first time. But I feel even worse for the people that buy it the second time and believe it. Do we all want so desperately to believe that this is true, that our confirmation bias just kicks in and makes us ignore evidence, makes us ignore the truth? Are we all so blinded by our own hunger to believe that this has got to be real, that we will set aside our own discernment, that we will set aside logic and reason, that we will set aside the proof that some of these sources these people are using are completely and totally fake? Are we just going to set all these things aside and believe anyway? And why, friends? Why is every one of these UFO disclosure advocate people, all these people that are going to bring us the truth about aliens, they all need money. They all need money. You got to send them your money to get to the truth, right? Or do you? Or do you, friends? Do you really got to pay these people to get to the truth? Do they have the truth? And if they do, why has it taken them decades in some of these cases to bring it to us, to give us the proof? It's because they don't have any proof, friends. They don't have any real and verifiable evidence. This is the end for many of them, but they can pretend. This is their end. But they can still pretend. And so can you, if you want to play along. But I, for one, friends, will not play this game anymore. So, yeah, checking out of that shit. I'm giving myself permission to not care what the latest bullshittery and round of bullshittery from these frauds is. I used to follow them all. I used to devour everything they all produced, right? Even if it cost a little money. No, friends, we must give ourselves permission to realize, and we must allow ourselves to divorce ourselves from those things which have no value to us, especially if they're trying to take resources from us for those things that have no value. These things will not enhance your life. These things will not change your perspective. These things will not make you realize that you're just a cog in the universe and there's other, no, it's all an illusion. It's all a game. It's all a game. And like I said, I, for one, am largely choosing not to play this game anymore. This game of following these people who overpromise and constantly underdeliver. Following these people who constantly say they're going to bring us the truth and yet never do, even after decades. The game, for me, friends, was fun for a while, but it's just not fun anymore. So I say to all of these UFO hucksters, to all these profiteers trying to make money selling these fairy tales, to all of these disclosure advocates who are sure they're the person out of everybody on earth that's going to bring about alien disclosure, to all of those people, I say, show us the proof already. Stop trying to string people along. Stop trying to drip everything to make the most money out of every little thing you think you can sell. Come on. Stop it with this shit. Show us the proof or game over. For me, it's already game over. And with that, friends, I will turn my full attention to the live chat. Deviated. Show us one shred of proof. Just one. Yeah, I mean, that's all I'm asking for out of each of these people. If you're going to make a living selling this shit, at least show me one shred of proof. And then maybe you could have a right to continue going around selling this shit. But if you don't even have one single shred of proof, why should you be allowed to run around making tens of thousands of dollars selling fake stories? I just don't think that this shit should be legal the more I look into it. Conspiracy. It's just a ride. Bill Hicks. Brad Gray says, I always wonder what Dolan's academic friends think. So, Richard's still doing great work with UFOs. Yeah, or do they know that he's just selling nonsense? I mean, most academics are pretty serious people, and when the subject like UFOs like this comes up, it's like, no, that's nonsense. I don't know. I know a few people with like PhDs that are very learned people, and if you bring that subject up, unless they have a specific interest in space travel or something, or their background is in, astronomy or astrophysics, most academics, especially like a history PhD, is going to be like, Foo Fighters in World War II. Yeah, there was some evidence, and yeah, that's about it. Not Richard Dolan. He made a career out of this shit. Are the thousands that have stood up to tell their stories at great risk of potential loss all just nuts? Come on, man. Logic, common sense. Okay, William Pixley, they told stories. Yes, they did. And do they have proof of their stories? Where's the proof? You tell me that thousands of people? There should be some proof. There should be some proof, William Pixley. Where is the proof? And I don't mean just eyewitness testimony. Show me an alien body. Show me alien metals. Show me, material science reports, where we can look at the isotopic ratio of the metal on that crash craft and prove that that metal did not originate on planet Earth. It originated on a different planet. That would be sufficient proof. We don't have that. I know a researcher, Bill Schroeder, who had the classic nuke sub shut down when he was in the Marines, spent decades as a cop and PI. He has never asked anyone for a dime. Tampa area. Hey, I would like to talk to him. Yeah, and I think that the people that aren't asking for money are just a little bit more trustworthy. It's just my opinion. These people that are constantly with their hands out, promising you all this information, I just think it's suspect, especially when they've been at it for decades. If they were going to get to the proof, wouldn't they have done it in decades? And hey, listen, In their defense, I, of all people, know what it's like to become obsessed by this because I was, ask my wife, ask my friends, ask my family. I was obsessed with this myself, right? And I thought I was going to get to the truth, right? I thought if I just digest enough of the material that's out there, I will get a big picture of what's really going on. And no, no. What I've done is gone down 1,000 rabbit holes of bullshittery, 1,000 rabbit holes of fake stories, 1,000 rabbit holes of fake people with fake sources, with very untrustable reputations telling me aliens are real. I haven't gotten one shred of actual proof. Have I gotten tantalizing things that may be proof? Sure. Especially some of the eyewitness testimony that you hear. But that requires you to believe the person giving the testimony 100%. And in most of these cases, I don't trust them 50%, let alone 100%. Okay, conspiracy. One would think Corey Goodfornothing would have plucked at least one blue feather out of a blue avian's ass by now, or pick up one off the floor. There are feathers all over my chicken coop floor. Oh my God. There would be real repercussions if any of their stories were true. They wouldn't be speaking at events about this stuff. They would have a genuine fear. None of these people do. Yes, Paranormal Hojigi, you and I agree more than we disagree on most of these topics. Brad Gray, tens of thousands saw Phoenix lights alone. There are many multiple sighting stories. Yes, William Pixley, tens of thousands of people saw some lights in the sky. Okay. The problem that I have is, how do you get from lights in the sky to that was genuinely and definitely and provably an alien spacecraft? You can't. You'd like to, right? You'd really like to believe that that was an alien spacecraft, but you don't know. Let me ask you a question, William Pixley. Why would an alien pilot of a spacecraft follow an interstate? The entire course, friends, the entire course those lights took at one point after, going over the city of Phoenix, those lights went straight up or down, depending on how you feel the direction, an interstate highway. Aliens follow interstate highways? No, William Pixley. Human pilots do, especially if they have an aircraft that is in trouble or having problems. They're all trained to find an interstate highway, and you can use that to navigate and travel to where you need to, find a landing site if you're having issues. William Pixley, I believe that the Phoenix lights were a stealth blimp. Go look it up, stealth blimp. Stealth blimp explains everything in the Phoenix lights and better, right? Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is the one most likely to be correct. So we can believe that the Phoenix lights were an alien spacecraft with zero proof of that, zero evidence of that, right? No confirmation of that whatsoever. Or maybe, just maybe, it was a top secret project like a stealth blimp. Look up stealth blimps. Okay, let's see. If I need a good laugh, I check out Kerry Cassidy's Mark Richards videos. How could someone even present such a thing as evidence? Wow. Yeah, I left Kerry Cassidy off of the list tonight. I should have included her because she's just another one of those people, doesn't vet her sources, doesn't care if her sources are real, doesn't care if the person is a murderer, right? He's a fucking murderer, Captain Mark Richards. He's a fucking murderer. So right away, because he's a fucking murderer, I'm sorry, his character matters. So if a convicted murderer starts telling me stories about being in some secret space program and talking to aliens, I think you should take his character into account before you decide to believe him. Not crazy Kerry Cassidy, though. She jumped right on that shit, and she's been selling that story for years now, right? There is a lot of bullshit out there. I agree, Lee. Discernment. Lee Veltman says that's the truth. Don Craze Phase, yes. Vanessa Thor. Oh, and by the way, I just want to mention that all of the people out there selling fake alien stories, those people are fake. But Vanessa Thor's real, and she's the granddaughter of Valiant Thor. Look him up. You know, it's a true story. It must be true. It must be. Vanessa Thor says, I tend to trust people much more who don't do the conference circuit and aren't trying to be famous or profit from their experiences. I have experiences and I don't have any absolute assertions as to the truth. I agree with you 100%, Vanessa. I tend to trust people more who aren't making any money. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Lee Veltman's agreeing with Pix. There's a whole lot of bullshit out there. Phoenix Lights could have been a U.S. PSYOP. I agree with you. Well, I'm sorry, friends. I'm way behind. Why do UFOs have lights? They don't need them. If you listen to Graham Hancock, or I'm sorry, not Graham Hancock, Grant Cameron, he talks about the circus. The aliens want the circus. That's how they get people to pay attention. So the lights are there because they want to be seen at times. I'm not sure if that's accurate or correct. Yes, they were both at the Rockefeller retreat when Rockefeller was going to bring us UFO disclosures. So he started giving out free money to all these UFO people. And of course, they all showed up to get some. And Linda Moulton Howe and Stephen Greer were two of those people. So if you believe all the Rockefeller conspiracies, then why are Linda Moulton Howe and Stephen Greer meeting with and or working for the Rockefellers? I don't know why that is. I don't know why that would be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like something over there. Yeah. These days, with deep fake imagery and CGI, it wouldn't be hard to do any photo or video was 100% real. Got to be able to touch it yourself and hopefully scrape off a surface sample to take it to the lab. Yeah, I mean, that would be sufficient. Let's get some real evidence. Does anybody know if Carrie Cassidy's show got taken down? I don't know. I can check, though. I can check for you real quick. We'll take a look. I know people were talking about her having that pandemic nut. So, YouTube could destroy her, could just take her whole channel away. It's already demonetized because she won't abide by the terms of service. She's got to talk about shit that they say you can't. And listen, I'm not going to get into, no, looks like her channel's still up. I'm looking at it right now. And let me see in her videos, did they take down that? Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to see if I see that. I'm trying to see if I see that video. I don't see the video of her interviewing that person. So maybe they just took that specific video down. I don't. Oh, no. Dr. Judy Mikovits, A Force to be Reckoned. It's the latest video on our channel. So no, YouTube so far has allowed her to continue to have a YouTube channel spreading that kind of verifiably proven false bullshittery. And yeah, I'm against that as well. Don Craze Phase, UFO PSYOP for sure. Look at the TR3B patents, dirigibles, Project Bluebeam possibilities, Phoenix Light PSYOP for sure. I did a great deal of research into that whole thing for some time. And I came away believing that it was definitely not an alien spacecraft, but some sort of government-controlled flying project. Okay. What was it? Could have been many things. Could have been a very large drone, right? Could have been a stealth blimp or some other secret aircraft. The fact that it followed the interstate highway for so long is a giveaway that it's not aliens. Aliens would have beautiful, perfect navigation. They wouldn't need to follow a human highway to find their way around. At least I don't think so. That's speculation on my part, but it's interesting that pilots are trained if your aircraft is in trouble to find a highway and follow that if your navigation is in trouble, especially. That's how they navigate. So, okay. I don't do the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati stuff. Fritz Springmeier is too easy to debunk. Yeah, some of that stuff is just crazy. It's just the absolute bunch of crazy. Thanks for checking. Project Camelot is what I was referring to. Yeah, it looks like her channel is still up. So she's still got her channel, even though I believe that she's definitely in violation of the terms of service, even interviewing that woman about her nonsensory. And I did listen to about 10 or 15 minutes of it. I just couldn't take the level of fake information and shut it off after 15 minutes. But I wanted to listen to it for a while to verify, is Kerry Cassidy really going to let this woman go on there and spread this false information? And she did. It's very irresponsible of her with that kind of a mouthpiece that she has, that kind of a bullhorn that she still has, helping spread fake information about the current health crisis. Demonetizes the biggest fear of conspiracy nuts. Yeah, and she lost hers. Valiant is nonprofit, covers the time to telepathically communicate to Venus. Okay. Kerry announced it a couple of months ago, but guess what? Nobody showed up. Project Looking Glass and MJ12 getting wrapped up in that QAnon is probably why so many fell for that stuff. Yeah, both of which are, again, not proven to be real. But hey, let's all, give our money. And by the way, there's a PayPal donate button and a donate on my Patreon. Speaking of send me your money and giving people money, you can give me money to tell you the truth behind some of these things, or you can keep giving money to people that will lie to you and sell you fake shit. I think it's worth an investment. Why don't we have at least some people out there that are telling people the truth behind these fake stories, the truth behind these fake ass people selling fake ass shit for decades? The world needs the other side of the coin represented more and more, friends. Somebody's got to sift through all this bullshit. I do it for you, and then you don't have to. And out of mind, kindly sharing my Patreon link so you too can become a Patreon supporter. And it's only $1 a month. We don't ask you for $40 for a lecture from me. In fact, you get the equivalent of a bunch of lectures if you're a Patreon supporter, because I've uploaded so much stuff just for Patreon people. And there's the Mind Hack system that's there, which I guess would be my course on how to have a better life. And it's $1. It's not 40. It's not 330. It's $1, and you get it all. And before everyone else gets it all, it's not yet a public product or post it anywhere else other than my Patreon. You also get an audio journal from my Patreon. I let you know. It's sort of the backstage pass. I let you know what's going on behind the scenes. And Out of Mind was kind enough to also share my PayPal donate to me link. And how that works, we're calling it the Not So Super Chat donations. How that works is like this. Click the link to make a PayPal donation. And then there's a little line there that says add note. Put your user ID in the chat in the PayPal donation, and then write a message for me that you'd like me to read or share to the audience, and I will read it on the air here. Now, I have to say a couple of times I have missed somebody donating, and so I shout it out on the following show. But you always get recognized for each and every kind donation. And boy, I just like to thank everybody who has donated so far or become a Patreon supporter, because every dollar does help to keep me doing this. I guess I should mention that earlier I wasn't going to do the show. just had a really long day, and I said, I just don't have the energy to do this one. And this was the one that was on the schedule. I go looking through my folder and looked for one that would be easier to do or less taxing, but they look all about pretty taxing. I don't know. So I just said, no, I have a responsibility now. I've started this thing. We got to follow through with it. I'm going to show up. The least I can do is show up. Okay. The least I can do is show up and try to share good information with good people who really want to find the truth behind these things. And am I an oracle? No, but I can guide you on your own way better than any of these fake fraudster fairy tale hucksters can. My best friend just loves Oak Island. It was actually history's #1 show. Can be boring. I liked the Curse of Oak Island, but after a while, it's like, are they ever going to find anything? They've dumped millions into trying, a couple of coins. I just interviewed my buddy Court Lindahl. He was on Oak Island. Lee, you should get me in touch with him. I could use an Oak Island show. Great idea. Cheers. Jimmy's Fade to Black show just crashed. Too bad. Too bad for him. I hope he gets it running, though. I wish him the best, right? I watch Oak Island because of the brotherhood of the men looking, not what they don't find. Yeah, I like those guys. They're both very light. Those are guys that I would love to hang out. I would love to go there for the week or weekend and go like, all right, what do you need? Come on. I'll get in the mud and help you dig. What are we going to do? Let's find this treasure, guys. I'd like to be involved and help them. They seem like they both genuinely really want to find that treasure. And how awesome is that these guys get to live out a childhood fantasy? They bought the island basically so that they could be the people to finally solve the mystery, right? Good for them, following a dream. Even if they haven't found much, Thank you for tonight's show. Yeah, I gotta do this thing like this. I am now a slave, Vanessa Thor, to you, my audience, first of all, and secondly, to this almighty YouTube algorithm. Praise the algorithm. Praise the algorithm. Come on, all of us. We have to do it together. Praise the algorithm. Raise me in the search engines. Praise YouTube. Praise its CEO and founders. Praise its board of directors. Praise its shareholders. Praise the mighty, mighty algorithm they have created that will decide my future here on this platform. Praise the algorithm, friends. Praise it. We all praise it and we ask for its recognition. We ask for its favor in this mission we have undertaken. Praise the algorithm, friends. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm a slave to my audience and to a YouTube algorithm, which I say a prayer every day that the YouTube algorithm will find me in its favor this day. You call out Dolan for fake shittery, but like Oak Island, what the fuck? Yeah, I like it. I'm sorry. I like it. It might be fake. I don't know if there's really a treasure there, but those guys are sure invested. Look, I gotta at least respect somebody that's so all chips in that he spends literally millions of dollars to solve a mystery. I gotta like that. I'm sorry. I gotta at least like that guy. Do I think they're ever gonna find anything? I don't know. I hope that they do. And the evidence that there's actually a treasure there is pretty weak, I think, right? But it hasn't stopped years of speculation. Many people have died trying to find it. And I hope somebody finds it. I think one more person has to die before they'll find it, according to the legend. So now the Slave Song by Britney is playing in my head. Don't know that one, but I'll look it up. Yeah, at least they find 16th century stuff. Yes, they have found a few 16th century coins, I believe, right? And a few other things. Oak Island is very entertaining. Oh, general, Jimmy Church is a big part of the problems in ufology we talk about here. My opinion, of course. Well, he doesn't help the situation very much. That's what I'll say. But again, everybody's got their own way of doing things, and his seems to be just let anybody tell any bullshit story. Don't ask hard questions or challenge. I've never heard him challenge a guest telling fantastical stories. Not once. Never. He just, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So that's part of the problem. And this is how you get to be at the head of the pack. You play ball. You play ball. Be a good presenter and help the guest come on and sell his shit. And that's what Jimmy Church does great. He is great at helping guests sell their shit. It doesn't matter if it's true shit or fake shit. And largely, Jimmy Church doesn't care. He doesn't care if it's real or fake. He just cares about getting that bigger name guest so his numbers pump up so he can sell a bunch of bullshit of his own. I don't know what coffee has to do with aliens and disclosure, but okay, he's got coffee and shit to sell you. And all manner of other bullshittery that he is constantly hawking every 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. Tell me what Sue's fam found it. That's why he's so rich. I missed what we're talking about there. Yeah, Don Craze. Jimmy had Crook Wilcock on his show multiple times, not to mention Dolan. Yes. And the reason that David Wilcock and Pete Peterson's GoFundMe scam took off so well is because it was announced, hyped up, and delivered on Jimmy Church's show. And he's never apologized for that. Not once. To my knowledge, he has not apologized for helping David Wilcock and Pete Peterson sell a scam. And I'm saying it outright. That GoFundMe was a scam. If you want to know why, go Google Steve Canby and Pete Peterson, and you'll find a deep dive on that scam. Put it in the YouTube. Put Steve Canby and Pete Peterson GoFundMe into the YouTube search bar, and you will find a 2-hour show that I did proving that was a scam. Teresa Y has been out of the public eye for a while now. Is she on Jimmy's show now? I don't know. Does anybody know? Is Teresa Yaneros on Jimmy Church's show? Is she like wasn't she supposed to be on there, like a co-host or a producer for him or something? I recall some kind of story about that. And yes, Lee Veltman says her sister is Corey Good's attorney. Yeah. So Miss Love and Light, Teresa Yaneros, her sister is helping Evil Incarnate, Corey Good, sue, 10 people. And Corey Good is suing all of those people to silence his critics and to, I guess, he's suing all of his former business associates so he can keep every dime he can out of that movie they made and not give them any. That's what the rumors are. Did they embezzle from him? Did they cheat him, or is he trying to cheat them? And why is he suing the person who organized his conferences for him? It's like as the blue orb turns, and he's not looking good lately. Jimmy has no credibility anymore. I mean, what little he had. I don't find the guy credible at all. I mean, I will say this. Occasionally, a friend of mine, I have a lot of different friends that are into this kind of, part of this community. So I have a few friends out there. And once in a while, someone whose work I do have an interest in will be on his show. And I listen then. And I hope my ears don't bleed from the amount of commercials every time I have to do that. And every time I have to do that, I say, I don't care if they're my friend. I'm just not going to listen. And then my friends will email me hey, I'm going on Jimmy Church tonight, and send me a link. And I go, that's great. Do I really got to listen? Because the commercials are so fucking brutal. I can't stand it. But, sometimes I do. Jimmy had the Las Vegas UFO guy on his show for 3 hours, for fuck's sake. Yeah, and that was proven fake. That was proven fake fraud. Did he apologize for giving that guy that kind of mouthpiece to sell that fake shit? It's just, it's over. Deviated, please don't say that, because I got enough problems. I'm deviated. I'm not going to put your comment on the screen because I don't want to give any malicious people ideas, but I hope not. Because even if it's bullshit, it would be costly and it would be a big distraction from other things that I should be doing and require a great deal of personal energy to deal with, and I hope not. Lee Veltman, I keep trying to get a cease and desist, but no, just blocked and called a troll. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I beat up on a few guys that have sent people nasty lawyer letters, and I haven't gotten a nasty lawyer letter myself, and I felt somewhat left out. But thankful, though, because the first, before they do, take some kind of legal action, usually they'll send you the cease and desist first. So I guess as a warning, right? Dan Burrish, Craner, whatever the hell his name, he saved the world. Okay. Yeah, Dan Burrish is another fake fraud out there who spent years trying to sell his fake stories, never provided one bit of proof, despite his various fantastical claims. He's never provided one shred of proof. Okay, Stephen, just think of the disclosure and explaining it to the judge about the dildos and remote viewing. It would make for a great story. Someday, if that happens, someone will make a documentary about the dildos. And by the way, I hope everybody enjoyed this David Wilcock and a Box of Dildos Part 2. I'm getting a lot of good feedback and messages from that. And people tell me, that it was so funny and they really enjoyed it. And maybe, just maybe, David Wilcox will make another sudden appearance on our show. Yeah, I hear you, but Corey's running out of litigation time and money. Well, first he's got to get through, let's see. Look, I'm not going to say anything negative about Cliff High and the stuff that he talks about, or how do I say this? Look, I don't have anything against Cliff High. Do I believe the shit that he talks about? Not really, not a lot of it. But here's what I'll say about Cliff High. I have a computer science background. Both on the air, I had an in-depth talk with him about his webbot. And off the air, we had a lot of conversations about computer programming and algorithms and things like that, because I was trying to understand this webbot thing. And here's what I'll say about Cliff High. He is an extremely, extremely intelligent man, right? And very capable. And he has resources. He has money at his disposal from various business projects that have been very fruitful for him, right? So that's one of the people that Mr. Good has got to get through in a court of law first. We've got C.W. Channer, who is a lawyer. He's got to get through a lawyer. He's got to successfully sue a lawyer. Then he's got to get through Gaia Corporation, who has Gaia has an army of lawyers. They have an army of lawyers on their staff, right? They have an army of lawyers. He's got to get through Jay Widener. Then he's got to get through, let's see, Leon Isaac Kennedy, Adrian Youngblood, Ari Stone, who Ari Stone tied him up for like 3 years, I think, with her lawsuit against him that eventually got dropped. But look, he's got a mountain to climb. And do I think he's going to climb it? Fuck no. I think a judge is going to look at this shit and laugh and throw it right out. And they are currently, as far as that legal situation, there are two, at least in a civil case, against C.W. Channer, Cliff High, Jay Widener, and Ari Stone. There is 2 motions to dismiss before the court right now. Also of note, the court basically decided that one judge has to handle all of this because they were playing, a good side was playing some kind of games. Like, we want this judge to hear the motions, this judge to do this. No. So there's one judge which is that's not in Good's favor, and there's 2 motions to dismiss. I believe one from Clifford High, and one from C.W. Chanter. So there's 2 motions to dismiss that case before the court. I don't know what's going on with the other one. I haven't kept up on that because honestly, I don't really care about Corey Goode suing his former business associates. Does it surprise me that he's suing his former business associates over money? Not one bit. He's a greedy person. But does it interest me? No, I don't care. I don't care about those people. I shouldn't say that. I just don't. I'm not as interested in the case of him suing his former business associates, his former manager, his former writer. That's the guy who wrote his bullshit stories that he's suing now, and he's slapping him with gag orders. Wonder why. But I don't care about the case of him suing his former business associates because I don't really know them, right? And they profited with him and for him, right alongside him from his bullshittery. So honestly, I think they deserve whatever he gets. The case I am interested in is Corey Goode suing people who were critical of him on the internet or said that his fake stories weren't true. Because where but for the grace of God go I? I could be just one of those people getting sued because I said his stories aren't fake or that his stories aren't real because I said his stories were fake. I believe that he just has this sort of enemy hit list, and I'm not high enough on that list. So thank you for everyone's concern. I'm not concerned. He's got his hands full. Okay, we'll go back to the live chat here. If you have any questions or comments for me, please put them in all caps. Otherwise, we will be calling it a night here. I have showed up, right? Even when I really didn't want to, but I found some discipline today, and I said, no, I'm going to show up. The least I could do is show up, try my very best to present some decent information. Maybe make people think about some of these things, maybe change some minds, maybe inspire some people to look a little deeper into this. Okay, Groovy Bean is doing good. She got tired of the stalkers sending her weird emails and so is staying off all social media for now. Good, I hope she's good. Yeah, God bless Groovy Bean. The issues with Jay Dyer and Freeman fly with Isaac Weishaupt is pretty interesting recently, out of mind with that other stuff you know about. Jay Dyer. Interesting. Jay Weiner just calls out fake woo, then tries to sell you his legit woo. Walking, talking hypocrite. Maybe. I don't have. I don't really have a horse in that race. I don't know him. I've talked to him a couple of times on the phone. Yeah. Stalked me at a conference and was sending people pics and video of me saying she felt threatened. Well, that's because Paranormal Hood Jiggy, you're a big, angry black man. Okay? Stop being so big. Stop being so black. Stop being so angry. Stop being so intimidating with your mere presence, right? Paranormal Hood Jiggy, you intimidate people with your mere presence. Maybe you ought to work on that, okay? It's a sensitive world we live in, Paranormal Hood Jiggy, and you're not being sensitive enough. You're a big, angry black man, and people are afraid. I don't think that anybody should be afraid of Jiggy unless he's gonna beat you up. Yeah. I'm not afraid of him, but if he was gonna beat me up, I'd be afraid of him. He's a big dude. And he worked security for years and years and years. So I'm pretty sure that he could beat the living shit out of me. And I'm 6'3", right? I think he's big too. He's gotta be like 250, right? And some change, maybe. He's a big, strong man. I wouldn't want to fight him. Am I afraid of him? No. But if he wanted to beat my ass, I would be. So let's stay friendly with Jiggy, right, Jiggy? I don't want to be afraid of you. I don't want to get my ass beat. Yes. I'm glad Natasha was there to witness paranormal Hajigi, so it's just not your word against her BS. Yeah. Groovy Bean's dramatic presentations are nauseating. Yeah, she is a bit over the top. Jiggy is a big teddy bear, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so. Jason's fault. Yeah, fuck Jason quit. Fuck him. Fuck Jason quit. Still holding up a story, Jason quit. Still waiting on you. I got to email him. And by the way, everyone, I emailed Sarah Adams again and no reply about the interview. So I'm going to email her as soon as we're done with tonight's broadcast, and that will be the last time I'm going to email her. That will be me asking her for the interview probably 6 or 7 times. So I don't know what to say about that. I'm afraid of Jiggy, and I'm in Oz. Do you mean Australia? Yeah. Both those fools are bad. Bad news bears. I don't know. I don't know either of them, but everybody's got their issues with everybody. Well, friends, it's been a long day, so I think we're going to cut it short here. I want to thank each and wait, 1 second. Just gotta check something. Okay, I was checking to make sure there was no PayPal donations to call out. And so, friends, what can I say? How much should disclosure cost? How much does disclosure cost? If you follow the wrong people, it can cost you a lot of money, wasted money, a lot of time, wasted time. And are these people going to bring you the proof? No, no, I don't think so. And for that reason, my friends, I think all of us should be a little more careful with how we choose to spend our dollars and our time. 1 second here, friends. I'm just trying to find something here. Okay, I got it. So, friends, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. There should be a show around 10 p.m. again tomorrow night if all goes well. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. It's Truth Seekers, that's plural, and I am only one of them. And you are here to take this journey with me. I'm so glad that we could take this journey together. Thank you for showing up for this journey. Until next time, friends, I'm Stephen Cambion, reminding you that sometimes the ugly truth really is better than a pretty lie. Good night, friends.